Hi everyone, Agnes here, and I have got a wonderful interview for you today. It's with Boni Lonnsburry. Hello, Boni.
Hi, yes. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's so good to see you again. I had the pleasure of interviewing you well before COVID, and it was because of that interview that the viewers on the channel have repeatedly asked me, and especially recently, like in the last 2 months, it's been at
Interesting.
least half a dozen people. And I thought, wow, okay, it's time to contact you. So I'm really grateful that you've come on again. And for those of you that don't know Bonnie, she writes wonderful books and is an author. And she's going to talk to us about the books that she's written. So Bonnie, I'm going to leave you. You jump in whatever it is you want to currently share, where you're up to since, because we did the interview about the map. So
Mhm.
since you did that book, fill us.
Well, that book I actually published in 2013. So a
Yeah.
lot of years have passed
Yeah.
since that. And did I did a lot of that conscious creation teaching and private sessions, and it was great fun. But when I went to Egypt in 2021. And I kept getting this message that I needed to go on sabbatical. And I'm like, I can't go on sabbatical. I employ a full-time assistant. I have like 2,500 square feet of offices, and I had a studio in there, audio studio, a video studio. I had all these plans, but it wasn't bringing me tons of joy anymore, right? So I knew that maybe it's a good idea, but I don't know, that's a lot to let go of. So I
Yeah.
flew back from Egypt, had an amazing time in Egypt, flew back from Egypt. And the day I flew back, my assistant interviewed for a job, was offered the job, and accepted a job. And so I'm like, okay, universe, I hear you. So I
Yeah.
spent her last 2 weeks, shutting everything down and moved
Yeah.
my stuff in storage, and I just decided to do nothing, which was frightening. It was
Yes.
so scary to like let go of my whole identity.
Mm.
I let go of everything and just was. I just spent my time being and growing and hanging out with friends and family.
Yeah.
And it was 18 months later that I finally got inspiration and direction and guidance to write a novel. So I've been writing since that time. I wrote my first novel. We were just talking about my grandchildren. One of my grandchildren passed away in 2020, or no, 2022, I guess it was.
Okay.
um, I got very much into communicating with him
Ah.
and, working with um, making our relationship is now better than it ever was when he was alive. He was 22 years old when he passed, so he was
Okay.
a little grandchild. But
Yeah.
the first novel is about loss. It's about a mom who loses her daughter
Mm.
and can't seem to go on. And so she decides to kill herself. So it's it is an uplifting novel, but not at first.
Not at first. Wow.
And so she gets to the top of she's in Manhattan. That's where she lives, and she gets to the top of this 50-story building and is about to jump off, and she hears her daughter's voice saying, "Mama, no, don't." And so she's shaken, and at the same time, this maintenance man grabs her and pulls her to safety. And so she promises her daughter that she would give it a year. And if she couldn't find meaning in life and peace in her heart about her daughter's death, that she would take her own life. And so her daughter says, okay. And then she decides to
Mm.
travel because she has to get out of Manhattan. And so she travels to New Zealand, and she travels to Peru, and eventually to France. And it's about the unfoldment of her knowingness, not just belief, but knowingness that her daughter is still alive and
Mm,
that she can still communicate and that it wasn't her fault and that she actually had a plan with the daughter from day one for it to happen. And so that's the first novel, and now I'm writing a sequel to that
wow.
and a book on intentions, which
Yeah.
I'm just like finding like the most important thing when you're consciously creating is to make sure that you have intentions about everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
So are you writing the sequel and the intentions book at the same time?
Yes.
So depending on which one you're guided to for that day.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And it's kind of fun because, they're so different,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
I'm enjoying both of them. So sometimes it's like, I want to write you both today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you writing for a set amount of hours, or you just go, I'll see how I feel, and when I'm finished for the day, that's it? How do you do it?
It's at least an hour. And then
Okay.
if I like writing more, I write more. But I can write quite a bit in an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I just make sure I do that first thing before
Yeah.
day gets away with me.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a
Uh,
blast. It's been so much fun.
Wonderful. So that's your whole really working creative world now. There's nothing else in the background.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
Isn't that great?
It is great. And I've spent a whole lot of time on my own growth and development, which I really didn't think there was, that much more to do.
Yeah.
Surprise, there
Yes.
always is, right?
And so you just get 3 or 4 months or 6 months, and it's like, I can just be and enjoy. And then, yeah, something comes in and, there's more work to do.
Yeah, and it's not even anything that's challenging. It's just, oh, I want to go down that rabbit hole. I want to go down that rabbit hole. Let's go deep into the causal plane. Let's go deep into the mental plane and
Yeah.
just like really,
Yeah.
yeah, geeking out.
Yes.
I'm a spiritual nerd, I guess.
Spiritual geeking out. Oh, that's great. Have you got like a little routine, like with prayer, meditation, or what's your little routine?
It varies,
Yeah.
honestly. It varies. It's some kind of meditation every day for
Yeah.
sure, but it
Yeah.
varies as to what it is. I have, as you can probably see here, I'm really a crystal magician. I love
Yeah.
crystals and I work with my crystals a
Yeah.
lot. So just meditate with them, go into them in my
Yeah.
mind. I find healing there. I find information there. I find guidance there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go into one and they'll take me into another one. So they'll be in the crystal, inside a crystal. Uh,
Wow.
so that
So
is,
it's a visual journey?
yes,
Mm.
yes. Oftentimes it very much is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just sit and write and ask questions. It
Yeah.
depends. I get bored easy.
Yeah.
So I want to change it up and make it different. And
Yeah.
yeah.
It's true. You do get bored. It has a shelf life. You go, I love this, and then phew, it
Well,
tapers off.
yeah, and you don't want it to lose its oomph, you don't want it to
Yeah.
lose the resonance, the feeling is what
Yeah.
gives it power and what brings the information to you. And so
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
that gets stale, when you let that get stale,
Mm,
forget it. You
for
do it
sure.
just out of habit, and that doesn't really do the job. It doesn't do
Yeah,
anything. Yeah.
that's true. And inspiration, I think, comes from variety, not from routine.
Right, right. I think it's hard to make rituals be meaningful time after time after time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can do it if there's space in between, like maybe a solstice ritual or an equinox ritual. But as far as day to day to day, you really have to pay a lot of attention if you're going to do something ritualistically every
Mm,
day. So
yeah.
make sure that you bring your A game and that you really feel those feelings and don't just do it.
Mm,
Quickly. Yeah.
yes. Yes. It's like you said, it's ongoing. You may have little breaks in spiritual evolution, but there is always something to learn. That's the humble part of this journey, isn't it? The humility to go, okay, I thought I was doing okay with that, but I can see I've still got some more learning to do. And it's a humbling, you realize you become an eternal student of
Yes.
the more you know, the more you realize, wow, I know so very little.
Compared to what there is to know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where intentions come in. I think it's like I wrote some on intentions in the map to abundance, as you know,
Yeah.
but I'm writing this whole book on intentions, and I'm loving the fact that you can set an intention and not have any idea whatsoever how on earth it's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
And the intention will do the magic of getting you the information, the people, the books, the direction, the guidance that
Yeah.
you need to make that thing happen.
Yeah.
I
So
just,
can you walk me through it? How you, when you have, before an intention hatches, what's the process to go from the unhatched intention to the hatched intention? Do you follow a little sequence?
um, no, not really.
No.
No, and like there's little intentions. Like, I had the intention today to have a great interview with you, have lots
Yeah.
of fun, reconnect
Yeah.
again,
Yes.
and make it, touch people, hopefully, inspire them
Yes.
in some way.
Yes.
That's, a little intention. I didn't even write it down, didn't give it a whole lot of thought to, but I held it.
Yeah.
I held it in my mind, I held it in my heart. Uh,
Yeah.
right now, I am looking to buy a new house. And the house I have currently is like amazing, right? To imagine a better house is really hard. So I had to go and write intentions on, I'm going to have help in imagining the new house, and the new house is going to have this and this and that, and it's going to come in the perfect timing, and it's going to come, within my budget, and it's going to be something that I can't even imagine because it's so phenomenal, but
Yes.
I will love, and my cats will love, and my crystals will love, and my family will love, and yeah. So
That,
really, it kind of depends on how important it is to you.
yeah.
You spend more time on the things that you really
Mm.
think are important, um,
Yeah.
and how big it is. But it's nice to go all through your day with intentions.
Mm.
Again, it can get so rote, especially like me. There's not a lot of structure, in your day. It can like get away from you, and it can be boring and futile and not really, you know, produce any joy.
Yes.
Even though I'm happy every day, I'm going for the joy. I'm going for the
Yeah.
ecstasy. I'm going for the deep inner peace. And
Mm.
so, to have those that you pay attention to too, I think every part of our lives would do better with intentions.
I love how you just described the house. The word that stuck out for me is I have an intention just to have a phenomenal house. And it's like, you don't have to sit down and write. It's got 5 bedrooms, a pool, a garden. You, it's so interesting that you described it that way because I've been playing around with a house as well. And I've gone through the route of I walk up the stairs, I can see the front door, I see the two little olive trees planted in the pots, the ceramic French pots, because I was born in the south of France, so I know those pots. And then
Yeah,
I open the door, I walk through the house, and I'm looking and experiencing the ideas that I know I would love to see.
yeah,
So it's interesting the way you did it is actually, well, what I do is a visualization or an imaginal scene, which means I shut off my senses and I pull in. Whereas when you say the way you said it, you could be doing the dishes or making a piece of toast,
yeah,
and your phenomenal house and thinking about that can just rise up to the surface without the detail.
Right.
That's interesting. I'm glad you shared that.
Because your phenomenal house may be even better than the one you can imagine.
That's right. So that's why the word is so good.
Or phenomenal anything, right?
Yeah,
Or phenomenal anything.
yeah,
We tend to think that we have to figure things out,
we
but
do.
that's our higher self's job. Our
Yeah,
job is to decide what kind of emotion we want to feel in any given category of our lives.
yeah.
And, you know,
That's a very good reminder. I'm about to fly to Australia and it's 30 hours on a plane.
ooh,
It's a long way, but I love that plane flying time because I can shut the world out and go into this space that we're talking about and spend all that time setting intentions, gratitude, all these wonderful, simple practices that the person next to you has no idea that you're doing. You could just be doing that completely.
but they will benefit from it.
They will benefit from the energy. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, that's true. That's true. Bonnie, can you show us the books? I did ask you to bring the books because I think I love seeing the visual covers of books because I love books.
This is the map. And this has a workbook and it also is available. No, this is not available. This is available in audio.
Okay,
The map to abundance is available. It has a workbook also, and it's available in Spanish.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And we're going to see another three more book covers in the
More
next little
covers
while.
in
Yeah.
probably within the next 6 months. Yeah.
Ah, wow.
Yes.
How fabulous. I think I still, there's something about a physical book that will never, ever, ever be outperformed by a device for me.
Hmm.
The
You and a lot
cover,
of people. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And it carries resonance, it carries resonance
does.
probably more so than like the audio version, just
Yeah,
having it in your house, you know.
that's it. That's,
Having everything has resonance, everything has energy, and it's
yeah,
in conjunction with what you want or not in conjunction with what you want. So
yeah.
control
I'm
of that.
looking forward to picking up because my map book is at my mum's in
Oh,
Australia. So
oh,
I'll have it with me. And I have an intention of going back through because it's been many years since I read your book because like you said, it came out in 2013.
mhm.
So yeah, it's so wonderful going through a book a second or a third time with years of things having happened. You read it differently, you hear it differently.
And
So
you always, I mean, I always tend to want to brush up on my creation skills too, and you do forget things and you get messy sometimes and not as clear as you could be. And the best way to tell is what's going on in my life.
yeah. Yes.
How much better could it be? Well,
Yeah.
let's make it that way. Let's make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all within our control.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 You have such a fabulous life. It's such a, well, people are working jobs and they're doing Monday to Friday things, and you've stepped right out of that whole way of living.
Yes.
Mm.
I love it so much.
Yeah. When did you step off the whole that kind of life? How long ago was that for you?
Well, geez, probably when I started my marketing business, because I was adamant. I started that business with $50. I think you remember it from the map.
Yeah.
With $50 and grew it into a $5 million income a year or net sales a year. Uh,
Yeah.
and I was really clear that I would only do it as long as I could have fun doing it, and I didn't have to do the things I didn't like to do.
Mm.
I didn't like managing people. I had 50 employees.
Yeah.
So I had
Yeah.
people who liked managing people, and then
Mm.
I let them kind of manage themselves.
Yeah.
They loved what they did. And if you hire people who love what they do, you really don't have to manage them.
Yes.
It's really it's a done
Yeah.
deal. Like they're going to do a good job. You just give them some parameters and they're going to be happy. You take good care of them, you treat them
Mm.
well and they're
Yeah.
happy and they're going to do a good job. So, I just decided, and it's funny because like the managers would just show up at the door. Like if I remember I had to hire a new marketing manager. She still works for me. Um, on a case by case basis. But she just showed up at the door one day and said, "Hey, I need a marketing job as a manager." And I was looking for a marketing manager, and I was like, "Well, this is exactly how I like it."
Yeah.
And so it can be that simple if your beliefs are in alignment with what you say you want.
Yes. Did
Yeah.
you have an intention for a marketing manager to just appear easily at that time?
I had an intention for her to appear easily. I didn't know that she would just come knocking on the door.
That was
That
easy,
was
wasn't it?
a special gift, that was a special gift.
Yeah.
Um, but I wanted it all to be easy, and I wanted it
Yeah.
all. So that was like my first stepping down out of the rat race,
Yeah.
and then I worked for Inner Art on a more intense level until I went on the sabbatical in 2022, and now I just do have zero push to do anything every day.
Yeah.
I wake up and say, what's the most fun to do today? And
Isn't
sometimes
that
it's do art,
fabulous?
sometimes it's cook, and sometimes it's,
Mm.
just work on myself and do meditations, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's write. So
Yeah.
just do what's fun to do. And if your
Yes.
beliefs are in alignment with that,
Yeah.
most people's aren't in our world because we're brought up to think that you have to work hard and life is a struggle and it's not going to be easy. And if you work really, really, really hard, then someday maybe you can retire.
Mm. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
don't want to work really, really, really hard. I want to work easy, have
Yeah.
fun, and have abundance and joy come to me. And I'm
Yes.
still working on beliefs around that.
Yeah.
I'm still working on, I've been given information about the success of these books that I'm writing now. And yesterday I changed beliefs around my family and success
Okay.
because I'm near my grandchildren. I spend a lot of time with them. I'm there when they have emergencies, and I like that. But I had to change the beliefs around that so that I could allow success and seeing them often and having them have the support that they need. In
Mm.
my mind, it has nothing to do with real support. They'll figure that out, but my beliefs are holding me and them back.
So how did you, okay, I'm glad you've gone down this rabbit hole. So you saw your old beliefs,
Mhm.
which is was it I can't do both because it's too much, or well, where were your
Um,
negative beliefs at that time?
no, I'm going to just pull up this document and tell you exactly what they were. Um, it was, I can't control, well, one was I can't control how success shows up and what is demanded of me. We were just
Yeah.
talking about publishers, right? And
Yes.
I look at like Liz Gilbert and people who do these book tours for months. And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't want to do that. So I changed that one to I can control how I show up for success and what I choose to contribute.
Mm.
I had a belief that said I can't let my career flourish because what if my family needs me?
Ah,
And I
nice.
changed that to I can let my career flourish because my family will always have everything they need. Okay. And this is again not about them, it's about
Yeah.
me holding it in my mind and pushing away success that could be easy and fun and
Mm.
enjoyable. So, in other words, if I'm not available for my family, someone I love will suffer.
Yes.
So, if I'm not available for my family, everyone I love will be happy and supported.
Mm.
So, no suffering.
Yeah.
Relationships detract from my ability to accomplish my life's work.
Mm.
And that all relationships. And I changed it to relationships or love strengthens my ability to accomplish my life's work.
Mm.
So, they're subtle. And like I said, I've changed maybe
Mm.
1,000 beliefs in my lifetime. I've changed a lot of beliefs, but
Yeah.
these were still here, especially on this new level of um, being visible that I seem to be walking into. So I
Mm.
wanted to be sure that, my family's not going to suffer and I'm not going to feel like I'm letting them down.
Down, yes. So when you are aware of beliefs that are not serving you, is that what you do? You write it down, the negative one, you observe it, and then you transform it, change it into something that is more desirable. Then do you read them regularly, or you just go, no, that's done now, I've identified it, I can flip it?
It depends on the beliefs. Some really light beliefs I don't bother with, but mostly I read them for 30 to 60 days. Like I'll put the positive beliefs on my bathroom mirror.
Yeah.
Just when I
Okay.
brush my teeth twice a day, just read them.
Yeah,
The
nice.
important thing is the important thing is Agnes, to go into the subconscious mind and change them there. Because if you don't, then
Yeah.
you're probably not changing them. And I
Yeah.
actually have a free meditation on my website. I made all my meditations free when I went
Okay.
on sabbatical. So if anybody wants to download that, there's other meditations on there too. Uh,
Oh, great.
But yeah, it's really important to go into the subconscious because otherwise you're changing your conscious mind maybe, but your child might have a belief or your adolescent self might have a belief, and it could be pretty strong and strong enough to not let the reality into you. So,
Yes.
and that's what's confusing about beliefs because you might say consciously, well, I don't believe that. Well, look at your reality. Is your
Mm.
reality showing you believe that? It's
Yeah.
muscle testing that helps
Okay.
on that.
Is
Yeah.
that how you know your beliefs changed when you muscle test?
I do sometimes
Okay.
retest, but that's how I know I have a negative belief.
Ah, that's how you use it to identify first.
A negative belief, yes, because you can hold the positive belief and the negative belief at the same time.
Okay.
So, like a lot of these, consciously, of course, I can control how I show up for success and what to accomplish.
Mm,
Of course,
mm.
you
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
when I tested, when I felt into it. I felt into, what's stopping me? Why does this still feel, icky and sticky?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
not like, oh, I can't wait for this success to show up because then my family's going to be so much better off and happier. And no, it was like, well, what happens if I have to go on a book tour and
Yeah.
they need me and I'm not
Yeah.
here. And
Yeah.
so, it's really a lovely gift that we have the ability to go into our subconscious and change these things, and then
Yeah.
doors open.
Do you, when you look at the whole, I don't want to go and do a book tour, was it solely based on how you felt in regards to your family, or was it I just don't like being in the limelight like that and I don't want to be doing a book tour for that reason as well?
Both.
Both.
And the
Okay.
bottom line is, I want to do what's fun. So,
Yeah.
if it's a book tour and there's going to be fun people there and I'm enjoying it and I don't have like 10 back to back and someplace I want to go anyway,
Yeah.
okay, you know,
Yes.
but I don't want to feel obligated to
Yeah.
do anything, quite
Yeah.
honestly. I'm at the stage of my life where I want everything to be fun,
Yeah.
easy, and joyous, and just filled with light and love and laughter.
Mm.
And that's just what I
Uh,
want my life to be. And I,
That's,
I can do that. We all
yeah.
can do that, actually.
That is so wonderful, Bonnie. The knowing of that, the knowing of that and the clarity of that. I think clarity is so important.
Huge.
Yeah. And that is, the starting point of being able to shift away from a negative belief to a positive one. I mean, I always thought okay, people say, how do you know you've changed a belief? It's like, because out there's different, you know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you've taken it that, okay, you can muscle test it, which I
Yeah.
hadn't even thought of. That's a nice way to be able to do it.
You can muscle test it. You can use the sway test. You know the sway test?
No.
I love the sway test because, like, a lot of times you can fudge muscle testing, like this is a muscle test. This is a yes, and this is a no. It just pulls
Yeah,
teeth. But
yeah,
a sway test, you stand up and you no shoes, so you stand on the floor in your socks, your bare feet, and
yeah.
you just your muscles are going to stay strong if you're telling the truth. They're
Okay,
going to weaken and you're going to sway backwards if you're not telling the truth.
I
Okay.
see.
So it's the same way with other kinesiology. But the sway
Yeah.
test, I think, is easier to not trick yourself, because
Yeah.
the other ones you can say, well, I don't know, but the sway test kind of like does your body does its own thing. So I'll stand and I'll start with saying, my name is Bonnie.
Yeah.
I'll say, my name is Bonnie, and my body will stay solid and straight. Then I'll
Your eyes closed?
Your
Your
eyes,
eyes?
they can be, they don't have to be.
Okay.
The way is fine. If you can concentrate more with your eyes closed, close them.
Mm.
But when I say my name is Frank, my body starts. I mean, it takes a second for it to do it, but it'll be like this, and I'll have to step back
Okay.
not to fall over. Okay.
Okay.
So it's very hard to fudge that one, to cheat on that one. And so I will do that. But it comes back to I've changed so many beliefs. I believe, but I change beliefs. It's going to happen. Okay,
Yes.
that's why follow up is so important. For most everybody, it's important to be able to write down those beliefs and read them once, twice, or three times a day. And if
Yeah.
you can read them with the joy of
Mm.
knowing how that's going to change your life,
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I never have to worry again about my children needing me when I'm not there.
Ah, it's like such a load off, isn't it? Your shoulders.
It is. It
And
is.
that over responsibility for other people that we in families just feel.
Right.
Mm. Oh, and so how long ago did you write the ones that you read out to us?
I about a month ago, and
Okay.
it's taken me. I was telling a friend of mine, I procrastinated on these beliefs, and she's like, "You never procrastinate on beliefs. What is going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm afraid I'm going to change them, and then it's going to change our relationship,
With the family.
family, right?"
Yeah.
And so that's another belief that now I have to
Yeah.
figure out what it is and change.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's interesting, just pay attention. Pay
Yeah.
attention to your feelings and your thoughts, and, you know, keep going for more
Yes.
freedom in your life, more freedom to
Mm.
do what you love, more freedom to love fully and create,
Mm.
unabashedly, and
Yes.
more and more fun and love and laughter and joy and
Yeah.
magic and adventures,
Mm.
as you can read those beliefs and start feeling how wonderful it's going to feel when they are fully integrated into your energy field.
Mm.
And then, because there's time lag, so it takes a while before they start
Mm.
showing up in the world. But
Yeah.
you have this clear path now to create what you
Mm.
want after you've
Yeah.
changed it. You still have to put energy towards that thing you want.
You
You
do.
know,
You
the
do.
belief alone is not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
going to
the
give you a possibility.
Yeah, it needs a fertilizer, doesn't it? It really does.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you, with the things that you read to us, the new wonderful statements that are your preference, it's a month down the track. You've read them once or twice or three times a day. Have you felt a shift? Because you've been quite systematic with the process. Have you noticed a shift in the month?
Well, these I wrote a month ago, but I changed yesterday. So that's what
Ah,
I'm saying. It took me a month to get to changing these.
yeah,
But typically I feel free. You know,
yeah,
I feel free. I feel like, oh, there's nothing that's stopping me now from dreaming this next phase of my career.
yeah,
So I feel free to like imagine how it's going to be with all that fun and laughter and joy and
yeah,
freedom and not having to keep a schedule or do anything I don't want to do. It's
yeah,
you know I think that a lot of times with success we have to dream the way we want it to show up.
yeah,
Because success has so many negative ramifications in our minds, and making money does. And, I mean, most of it I just don't want to do. But,
yeah, yeah,
you know, I have the belief that I can do it. And there are people who have, been totally like not even shown up for who they really are, like Atticus, the poet. I don't know if you know
yeah,
Atticus, but I mean, he was like, nobody knew who it was.
mm,
Banksy, same thing. I guess
yeah,
is told who he was, but you don't have to do it the way everybody else does it. You can do it the way what works for you, what
yeah,
makes you happy, and the idea is to become freer and freer and freer so that you can create exactly what you want with
mm,
no asterisks.
mm. So, Bonnie, when you left the marketing business, obviously the woman that was working for you then, she's still working for you now.
She is just very part-time, but we've remained friends, and yeah.
That's wonderful.
Mhm.
So you jumped off from that and you mentioned something, and I meant to ask you, what was the next thing?
The next thing was Inner Art, and
Yeah, what was that?
that was the publishing company that published these books.
Okay.
I did some seminars and I did some private sessions helping people with beliefs. And
Yeah.
I was just more businessy
Yeah.
than about conscious creation. But I started to lose my joy in it,
Yeah.
and I realized I just want to create. I just want to write books.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just give myself the life where I just write books.
Where you just write books. Yeah.
Mhm.
Were
Yeah.
you a big reader as a child?
Yes.
Hmm. So it stems from a long way back.
Long way back. Yes.
Mm.
And it was funny because I happened to open up our old family Bible, and in it was a story I wrote about death. Interestingly enough, when I
Okay.
was 10, about a little boy who died in their family and how there was a happy ending because it brought all the people together and they all laughed and cried together and loved together. And it was like, well, that's weird. I don't remember ever writing that, but apparently
Wow.
a long time coming. Yes.
Hey, your cat. He's
This is my cat, Chloe.
joining in. That's so, I love what you said about how do I create more freedom? How do I become more free? That's such a wonderful question. Like, what a wonderful starting point.
Yes. Yes.
Mm,
Or have more love or more abundance. I mean, those
yeah.
beautiful truths, those beautiful gifts that
Mm,
we can give ourselves,
yeah.
we allow
Yes.
just you know,
Yeah.
their values, I guess. And my spiritual teacher has said that there's no top to it. This is the top of love, this is the top of freedom, this is the top
Yes.
of joy. No, it's there, it's always expanding and you can always have more, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
how do I bring more of those things that I want
Mm,
into my life? And I believe starting with intentions is a
yes.
really good way to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I think with what you've talked about today, you start with the intentions, then you look at the beliefs. You start with intentions, you look at the beliefs, and that gives you, they're like bookends, aren't they? They go together.
They do, and they're
Mm,
both so important to create what you want. There's
yeah.
other things too, like, healing, healing past trauma
Yeah.
helps. There's focusing on what you want with emotion helps.
Yeah.
There are things that, of course, make it come faster and easier. But if you don't have that clarity of intent of what you want and your beliefs aren't in alignment, you're kind of like you're dead in the water.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But you can do it.
You can.
You can do
It's
it. It's easy and it's fun if you
yes.
believe it's going to get you someplace. So that's
Yeah.
what, I think I wrote in the Map to Abundance about foundational beliefs, beliefs about beliefs to start there and
Yes.
those beliefs that say, oh, I don't know, it seems too hard, it seems like too much work, it seems like, it might not work.
Yeah. And can I really change beliefs anywhere? Aren't they kind of preset?
Right,
Mm.
right.
How
So,
wonderful. It is so good hearing you talk about this. Okay, so I'm going to bring you back. After you did that work, did that then go into the life you have now? That was the final transition?
um, yes,
Okay.
yes,
So you've been not doing that work that you mentioned before, where you were teaching beliefs and you were doing more, stuff with people.
yes.
And how long ago did you step out away from that?
It was the beginning of 22,
Okay, so 3 years.
3 years. Yes. Yeah. And
Okay.
about half of that was not doing anything regarding work at all. And the other half was writing the novels and
Mm,
the intention book.
yeah. Have you
Um,
any other book enthusiasts in your family, or is it just you?
my kids like to read. Everybody likes to read, but nobody really writes. So,
Yeah. Well,
I think that's just me right now.
yeah, that's good. I mean, the fact that people read in the families, good. Because some people don't read at all. They're just on devices and they're reading on devices or they're reading articles or, social media bits and pieces. But reading a real book, and as we were saying, just having a book in your hand, a physical book, is just, there's nothing like it, especially
Yeah.
when it's a book that just lights you up into joy and
Yes.
the possibility of more freedom. And I know your book has done that. Well, it definitely did that for me at the time, and I'm going to reread it with fresh eyes when I get to Australia. And, the viewers on the channel too. Your book's been mentioned many times. So I thank you for putting words on paper.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. It's been a joy to talk to another person.
Yes, and talk to another person for those of us that are uh, incubating at home a lot. It does. We value it more when we're not out there as much as we used to be. Yeah.
Yes. And when it's our choice, again,
Yeah, yeah, it is. And it's a wonderful, I love being able to regulate, the temperature, the noise, the music, the heating, the cooling. Oh, you can just, that in itself is a freedom for me, just being able to do those.
it's huge. It's
It
huge.
is.
More important for some people than others, I think.
Yes,
I would
yes,
share that joy.
yes. Yeah, for sure. Well, anything you would like to just finish on, Bonnie? Anything that's been in your head that we haven't discussed?
I guess the only thing I would mention is how important intuition is, how
Mm,
important it is to listen to our inner voice and to really believe it. Because the
yeah,
moment you say, okay, even when I had that intuition to stop what I did and go on sabbatical,
yeah,
I fought it, I fought it and I knew better and I got the sign. So, if you're not sure, ask for a sign. But
yes.
know that everybody has everything inside of them they
Mm,
need to create everything that they could ever want in this lifetime. All the information, all the guidance, all
yeah.
the power.
Mm,
And it's just a matter of figuring out how to harness that.
mm.
and move forward. And it's like everything's possible. And that's, the joy, enthusiasm I do have for that particular
Mm,
kind of work, because it's like nobody should ever suffer,
yeah.
everything's right there for
Yeah.
you to create. And if you're listening to this, you know it inside, and just go inside and ask,
Mm,
or ask
mm.
for a sign. So that.
Bonnie, can I ask you, because you mentioned that you had a death in the family and you communicate with that relative of yours. How, when you do that, do you, because the, people can communicate in so many different ways. How does the communication come through for you? What do you feel? Do you see? Do you hear the voice? How does it come through?
I mostly feel. Sometimes it's interesting because, for quite a few months, he would let me know that he was around by literally knocking on my door, like knocking really loudly on the house.
Wow.
And and it was like really cool after I got knowing, what was going on. And I would sit down and we'd have a conversation. And I would just like I would hear what he said in my head,
Yes.
and just write it down. And then I would work with a medium,
Yeah.
and I would ask the medium, am I getting his communication clearly?
Yes.
And she assured me, yes, I was, maybe not every tiny detail, but certainly all of the gist of it, all of the important stuff of it, I was getting it clearly. And so, it's been such a joy
Yeah.
to, be able to play with him, still
Yes.
be able to have him in my life. And I know that he is very active in my life, and especially in my writing, and
Yeah.
especially on the topic that I was writing on.
Mm.
So yeah, it's everybody, I guess, has a different way of
Mm.
receiving that information.
Yeah.
But it's really nice when you can talk to a medium and say, is he hearing me correctly?
Yes. Yes.
Or am I hearing him correctly, more importantly, because I think he's hearing me just fine.
Yes.
I want to be sure that I'm hearing him correctly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, fabulous. What a fabulous that it's linked to you writing
Yeah.
and that they can have a conversation with you about those things. It's like you're experiencing two things that you enjoy simultaneously, the connection with your loved one as well as the writing. I mean, the joy in that must be amazing.
Yes. It
Mm,
is. It is. And, the more, and so I wanted to just mention intuition, that ability to speak with and communicate with our guides and our higher
mm,
self and our soul, and
yeah,
God got us all it is, if you
yeah.
want to, is just, I don't know what she wants. It's so
So,
important, to be able to acknowledge their help, to ask for help, to get insight, to get information. I mean,
yeah,
when I started my journey, I didn't realize how important intuition is.
yeah,
The more I move into it, the more I realize it's
mm,
critical, because
yeah,
so much of what's really going on isn't here
yeah,
on the
yeah.
earth, you know.
When you said you got intuition to go on a sabbatical, but you were hesitant, was the hesitation fear or something else?
It wasn't fear, but it was a resistance to change.
Ah, okay.
I knew that it was going to
Yeah,
be a big change. I
yeah,
had made this beautiful, beautiful space. It was 2,500 square feet, so a lot of space, offices and studios, and I had fun doing that.
yeah,
So to let go of all that was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I put so much energy into that dream.
Yes,
So
yeah,
often we have to let go of our old dreams
yes.
to dream new dreams.
We have to dream
And
new
and
dreams. Yeah,
that's hard,
yeah,
and it's like the new dream is not a whole different world. I'm still working in teaching people, but through a different way,
yeah,
a little bit about spirituality and metaphysics and conscious creation, but
Yeah.
I needed to do it. Not everybody maybe needs to,
Yeah.
but I needed to. And so, and I know now why I did, because it gave me a really clean, energetic break
Yeah.
to be a different person.
Mm.
And so I don't, I've not regretted it for a second.
Yeah. Oh, that's so, yeah, those forks in the road where you're just not ready to step on the path for a while. And then, the intuition gets stronger and stronger. And you think, I can't, for whatever reason, like I put so much energy into this, that thing.
Yeah.
But things come to like we said before, things have a surge of joy and fun and inspiration, and then it sometimes dies off. So you have to admit it to yourself first, and then you go, okay, now it's time for the next thing. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, everything dies. I mean, everything dies.
everything dies.
It's an illusion, except
Mhm.
for who we are,
Yeah,
except for our soul and spirit and our emotions.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's knowing when to let go and surrender. That's a big one, a spiritual lesson, isn't it? The surrender. I'll be okay. I'm going to surrender and let go, and I know I'll be okay. I
Yeah.
trust that I will be all right. And not only will I be all right, I could experience even more joy and fun than I was having before.
And if
So
you believe that, it happens every time when you let go of things, right?
yes,
Like if you hold that belief, it really is like so amazing. Like I never thought it could be this much fun.
yes, yes.
To do this and this and this is, yeah, it's happened many times in my life.
Beautiful. Me too. Me too. It's good to hear it from you though, because it reminds me of it. It reminds me.
We all need reminding.
Yeah, we do. And we remind each other by
We
random
do. We do.
stories and experiences. But
Mhm.
thank you so much for coming again.
Thank you for having me,
It's
Agnes.
wonderful.
Such a joy. Just as
Mm,
much fun as it was last time.
yeah, really, really great. I'm going to, for those of you watching, I will put Bonnie's links down below to the books and her website and any other links that she would like to give you. I will put those down below too. So thank you for joining us, everyone, and thank you for joining us, Bonnie. I will say bye, everyone. See you in the next YouTube. Bonnie, do you want to say goodbye?
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. It's such an honor and a privilege.
And Bonnie, we will say bye in private. Bye, everybody.